Namaste. This is Vaidya Samarth P. Rao. I am an Ayurvedic physician practicing at Amrut Ayurvedic Center. This episode, we are going to talk about all the things you are not supposed to do, food you are not supposed to consume during your pregnancy. Pregnancy is when there is a baby growing in your womb, in your uterus. The span is roughly 38 to 40 weeks. In Ayurveda, we call a pregnant lady as Garbhini. So the lifestyle what she has to follow is called Garbhini Paricharya. Now, in this episode, I am going to briefly tell you all the different things she should not be doing and not be eating. See, we have to look at the care of both the mother and the baby. This is not just a baby, this is a growing baby and baby that is evolving and developing. And the mother that is going through this process, she is giving shelter and nutrition to the baby. The first thing that Ayurveda says pregnant women should not do, they should not engage in quarrels. Quarreling, giving yourself to emotions such as anger, frustration, and stress will impact both the mother's mind, brain, her hormones, her physical, mental, same even with the baby's development. So don't engage in quarrels. Don't consume incompatible foods. I have told you about foods that are opposite in taste. Don't do night walking. Ayurveda is very strict on this. When the sun sets, a pregnant lady should not go out and walk. The probable reason is if she has a fall, if she's not able to see and she has a fall, that can affect her and also affect the baby inside. Other thing is she should never be in a situation where she has to steal anything. This is a very complicated don't that Ayurveda has recommended because a pregnant lady's want should always be met. She should never be in a situation where she's deprived of something and she steals it, such as food, such as other basic necessities. Because when a mother takes care of her baby, she will go to all extent to look after the developing baby. She should not engage in watching unwatchable things, whether it's online or on TV, quarrels, emotions, grief, and content that should not be watched too much. She should avoid watching it. Intercourse is prohibited with a lady who is pregnant in Ayurveda. She should also not engage in heavy lifting items, labor or difficult activities. She should restrain herself with too much heavy work, such as carrying heavy weights. She should also not wear heavy clothes. Her clothes should be very light, but she should not wear heavy clothes. A pregnant lady should not sit in awkward positions and difficult positions. That comes to the question, what about yoga? Yoga, when it is properly taught under a guru and recommended positions during pregnancy can be followed. Other than that, awkward positions, unwanted positions can be detrimental to her womb, which is positioning itself properly. She should not engage in too much sorrow, anger, fear, or agitation. So please be mindful when you're having a conversation with a pregnant lady. Don't get that emotions triggered out in her. She should not obstruct the flow of her urine. If she feels like micturating, she has to go and urinate. She should not hold her urine because urinary tract infections and everything can also affect the womb. She should not engage in heavy eating beyond her capacity. Also, she should not engage in fasting. That also affects the womb. Excessively walking, also looking deep down a well or looking out from a height. So, because when she's pregnant, she might have early morning nausea and things that can also bring her giddiness. So she should not look up from great heights or should look down a well. She should completely refrain from eating meats, is what Ayurveda says. Red meats, such as of the goat and sheep, should be avoided because this is not recommended during pregnancy. Second is she should not consume alcohol. Alcohol also can cause disability in the fetus and when they grow out, when after delivery. So it's very important she should not consume that. She should not consume constipating foods that are very heavy to digest. She should not consume very spicy foods, sour foods, oily and bitter eatables. These are the different things that she should not do. But last but not the least activities, she should not lie in abnormal sleeping postures, raising her legs or twisting her legs and lying down. So she should be very careful with lying down. So these are the different things, in short, that are not to be done if you are pregnant. You are 38, 40 weeks of pregnancy. Next episode, I'm going to talk to you about all the different things that you can do when you're pregnant. Till then, thank you.